How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at my newest Dollar Tree Blu-ray DVD haul. This is actually part 16, and I can't believe we got all the way to 16 already. To everyone who's liked and subscribed and watched, thank you guys. You are helping this series out, and that's, why we can get all the way to part 16. So, want to begin the video with a really big thank you to everybody. Let's just jump right in. I have 10 things to show you, 8 DVDs, 2 Blu-rays, and if you know this channel, most of them are going to be horror movies, but I do have one that is a sci-fi horror, and one that is just a goofy, just for fun thing, and then 8 horror movies. So, now I haven't seen most of these, but the exception is I have, of course, seen the first one. From the director of Saw and Insidious, The Conjuring, based on the true case files of the Warrens. So this movie, you get Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson playing Lorraine and Ed Warren, and they're real-life ghost hunters, and they're going to try to save some people at a farmhouse from an evil spirit. One of the people is a lady on the front. This is the hide and clap cover where she's looking in the basement with this match, and you can barely see in the background behind her the spooky hands about to clap and scare her. But anyway, open it up. This is actually a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack, despite not saying anything about that on the front or spine. But yeah, if you saw, I actually did a complete series, collection, and review for these movies. And, they're all very good, some of the best horror to come out recently. But the first couple of them I only had on Blu-ray, so really excited to do an upgrade to one of the first ones for just $1. So soon I'll have them all on Blu-ray. I just need a few more. But yeah, I did a whole series collection review on these. Great stuff. Up next, my second Blu-ray is Jordan Ludd and Reginald VelJohnson in Air Collision. 2 passenger planes locked on a course of disaster, and of course, the old joke, pilots don't want to see anything other than the sky in their front windows. If you see another plane coming at you, that is not good. But anyway, I'm not really much for disaster movies, but I picked this up when I was flipping through stuff, and just something in my head went, wait a minute, that's an Asylum film, isn't it? And look at the spine, look at the back, and yes, it is an Asylum film. The Asylum is a low-budget movie studio, primarily known for mockbusters, but they do some of their own original stuff. I reviewed around Halloween time a film called Halloween Night. That was one that they did. And I do have several Asylum films, but on DVD, this is, I believe, the first one that I've picked up on Blu-ray. So, hey, that's pretty cool. First Blu-ray, and it talks about a solar storm takes out air traffic control, and Air Force One is going to crash into a passenger plane, and they have to try to avoid that. So, in the tradition of Die Hard 2 and executive action. So that's pretty cool, and there's the stars in the top there. And you open it up, the disc is a zoomed-in version of the front cover. So, pretty cool. Glad to pick up another Asylum movie. Glad to get it on Blu-ray as well. So, that's fun. Anyway, up next, 2 movies that kind of go together. We have the Ouija Experiment and Ouija Summoning. And look at the taglines. They thought it was just a game. And then the other tagline, it's not just a game. So they kind of go together. But in addition to that, and in addition to having the same inspiration, if you look on the spines, these are both VIVA Pictures, Viva Pictures. So, yeah, the same company put out both of these, even though I don't think the plots are really related to each other. But let's begin. Ouija Experiment. I think I had heard of this one before, and I think it does have a few sequels that I've seen around. Flip it to the back, it's a found footage film that follows 5 friends, kind of a tongue twister, a little bit of alliteration. But they test the Ouija board and they document it with their cameras, and they forget to say goodbye. Now the ghosts are after them, and they have to figure out how to stop the ghost, what do the ghost want, and they have to destroy the Ouija board. So they got some work to do. Inside cover is the same as the front, but she's scooted to the left because of the DVD's hole, and the tagline is still there as well. So that's pretty cool, the Ouija Experiment Part 1. And the other one, the back, whoa, dropping all my movies. There we go. The back doesn't tell us as much. Sarah played with a Ouija board. A evil spirit comes out that's so evil it actually killed his own kid, and now it's targeting her and everyone in her life. So that's pretty dangerous. We don't know as much of the specifics about this movie from the back, but evil spirit comes out of the Ouija board. I have a few of these Ouija movies, ever since the Michael Bay produced Ouija movie. There have been several Ouija movies, because apparently it's not copyrightable anymore. I think Hasbro tried to, and they gave the movie Witchboard a lot of heck because of that. But now it seems like just anyone can. I have a few, I have the Bay-produced Ouija movies, and I have like Ouija House and maybe a few others, so I could do a big collection if I grab a few more of these. I'll have to keep an eye out for more Ouija movies. Do a Ouija video. But anyway, Ouija movies are fun. Put that off to the side. Up next, BBC's Frankenstein. I'd wanted to get this earlier, but last time I saw it, it had, it was ripped open and the disc was missing, and I'm like, who takes stuff from Dollar Tree? It's just $1. But yeah, so I finally found a copy that someone didn't get to. A gripping retelling of Mary Shelley's Gothic masterpiece. Flip it to the back, that's where you see the BBC logo. BBC also did Netflix's Dracula, I believe, and that was pretty good. That was a mini-series with 3 parts, and they're all almost as long as a movie, if not longer, I believe. And but this one is only 91 minutes, so it's just a movie. But it talks about how Dr. Victoria Frankenstein is trying to save her son who's dying, and she does experiments with his DNA onto these potential replacement body parts and accidentally brings those to life. So she kind of accidentally creates the creature trying to save her son, and the creature has her literal son's DNA in it, which is kind of weird because, Frankenstein, the creature, is always thought of as a metaphorically Frankenstein, the doctor's son, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and Adam Frankenstein, if you will. So yeah, pretty cool. We've had several good tellings of the Frankenstein story, several faithful to the book. So when you already have good adaptations, I'd say feel free to mess around with the source material, try something new. It's set in a modern day, and yeah, it's a mother this time. So different than we've seen. Helen McCrory, James Purefoy, and Neil Pearson. And flip it inside, the disc is the same. Frankenstein in his new and modern hoodie, reaching at the viewer, trying to grab them. Frankenstein. Adam Frankenstein, the creature. Anyway, up next is a movie I'd seen around a bit, Gravitas Ventures. Apartment 212. Eat, Pray, Love. And what kind of a prey is that? And you see this fun, cool shape work above her going down. I'd seen that before. It caught my eye, and I almost picked this up a few times. And when I finally found it for $1 at Dollar Tree, yeah, I'll pick it up. This almost looks like Clive Barker's paintings, if you ever seen any of those. Flip it over to the back. This woman, Jennifer Conrad, is in an abusive relationship. She escapes to this new apartment, but finds that something is biting her, maybe a little buggy creature, in the middle of the night, and she gets really paranoid as to what's happening in her apartment, why she sleeps, and, paranoia movie. So overall, that could be really cool. Flip it open, the disc is the same as the front, maybe a little bit redder, but overall, an interesting concept. I've been wanting to pick it up a few times. Found it for $1, so that is good to get it for $1. The next two movies I picked up just because I thought the titles were funny. Next is another Gravitas venture, and this is Meatball Machine. Oh man, that's a great title. Meatball Machine. You get this guy, appears to be an Asian film. He got some armor, or maybe that's robotic parts. They come from beyond. You flip it over to the back, and it talks about how there's a mysterious alien thing turning people into necroborg. So you get, robot person, you get lady with, weird alien goo coming out, and some more clever designs for people. I'm wondering what exactly is going to happen in this movie, but looks like some crazy, over-the-top sci-fi horror. So definitely willing to check this out. I saw the cover, I saw the title, the cover. And then if you look on the front, the disc is just the title. But overall, looks really fun. Hope it's as fun as it looks. Next, movie number 8, another one. I thought the title was interesting. Machete Joe. That is a fun name, Machete Joe. Fear the Blade. This is the unrated cut, and you get him and his machete and the victim lying there with their feet sticking out. Whoa, don't drop it. Flip it over to the back. Tragedy made him a monster. Vengeance made him a killer. So you get a group of paranormal debunkers, and they go out to disprove the legend of Machete Joe. But they, unfortunately for them, find out Machete Joe is totally real. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be a ghost or a slasher killer. It looks like a slasher movie, and I do love slashers, so glad to pick one up for just $1. And the inside is the same as the front cover, maybe a little lighter, but that just might be how it's printed. But yeah, Machete Joe, that's a fun name for a killer in a movie. Machete Joe. Anyway, 2 more left. Up next is the sci-fi one. Fear the Lights. Alien Abduction. Now, I talked about the Asylum before. The Asylum has a movie called Alien Abduction. That is not this one. There's actually, I think, quite a few called Alien Abduction. This one has a pretty distinctive cover, and it is the 2014 version of the movie from the creator of Inglourious and Kill Bill 1 and 2. I'm betting that's not Tarantino. Someone else on the project. Tense and exciting from Influx magazine, Influx with a 1. But a vacationing family encounters an alien threat in this thriller based on the real-life Brown Mountain Lights phenomenon in North Carolina. So, an alien movie based on a true story, and you little photos there with the borders that look like real photos, and every redacted piece of information here just happens to form out a big alien head, the typical giant alien head. Gotta love that. A little smaller on the disc, but you rearrange things. A little smaller, and Alien Abduction. So, cool concept. Definitely want to check it out. Add it to my alien movies. Gotta love sci-fi horror. Good combination. Up next, this next movie is, like I talked about, kind of a goofball one. I'm a fan of So Bad They're Good movies, and this looks like a prime candidate to be one. I haven't watched it yet, but probably. Weird concept. Amber Clayton and Sneezing Baby Panda, the movie. For those of you guys who don't know, Sneezing Baby Panda was a YouTube clip that's like 10 seconds long or something. And basically a baby panda sneezes and scares its mother, and it was funny, and everybody passed it around, and now a YouTube clip that's about 10 seconds long is now a full feature-length movie. And that concept was just so bizarre that they would do that. I had to pick it up, and hey, it might be a So Bad It's Good movie, so I'll definitely check it out. But it talks about how an Australian zoologist, Amber Clayton, their zoo is failing, and she wants to find the sneezing baby panda from YouTube because a bunch of people will go to the zoo to see it, and then her zoo will be a success. Well, the panda's missing, and bad guys are also looking for it, and the panda has a, let's say, special history with its ancestors and stuff. So it's a descendant of a long line of special pandas, and you get this on the back where it looks like King Kong and stuff, and of course a shot from the original video, and then, you know, shots of the people and the star, you know, Amber Clayton there. But overall, I don't know how this is going to pan out, making a movie from a 10-second clip. Hopefully it's super cheesy and so bad it's good and I get some laughs out of it. But it was just such a bizarre concept I couldn't resist. And then there's an ad there with kids' movies and stuff. This is actually printed on very thick paper for an ad. Kind of weird, but very thick paper. But anyway, front cover, disc art. You see how they move the elements around to fit the disc properly, so you don't have a hole in the middle of someone's face. So that's good from the, you know, DVD hole. But anyway, overall, a pretty good haul. I got 10 new things to show you guys. 10 new things. I got hopefully a So Bad It's Good movie, a sci-fi horror, 2 that I picked up for the title, Frankenstein movie, a movie that I wanted for a while, 2 Ouija movies, an Asylum movie, and the big one from this haul, I actually got my Blu-ray for The Conjuring, which, you know, I like upgrading my classics, and if I can do that for $1, that is all the better. But anyway, a fun haul. Tell me if any of these movies are really good and I can, you know, jump to watching them first. Anyway, I do primarily horror movie reviews on here, so if that sounds like something they're interested in, I definitely recommend sticking around. Coming up, it's December, so I'll be doing a bunch of Christmas horror, so that should be fun, and maybe a few Christmas movies that aren't horror. But anyway, to everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. Really are helping the channel out. To everyone who watched so far, thank you for watching. I'll put at the end a playlist for all my haul videos, and you can go and watch them for part 1 when I talked a little slower and more meandering. And you can also, in that playlist, find my Walmart Black Friday haul, because, you know, 'tis the season and whatnot. But anyway, glad to pick these up. I do this every 2 weeks, so come back in 2 weeks. This is part 16, I believe, so part 17 will be coming up. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again